All right, guys, welcome back to Shadows of Brimstone. I just got through doing a fistful of Darkstone and hit failure. So I made a little checklist. This is my character, the Bandito, which he's called Senor Lee, first name Ugg, as you guys know. Okay, so I made some notes before we go to town, and then I'll do some town stuff. And I've never done this before, so just bear with me. I'm just kind of going upon the rules that I've read, and if I need to look up something, I can just pause the video and look at it again. But, okay, so the first thing I need to make sure I do that, let's see, the first thing was 1 down here. I put them in a, okay, I reset my health and sanity, which I did. I pulled off all the wounds. And then, let's see, I regain a grit, so I reset to 1 grit, no matter what. Okay, so then, I have to roll on the injury chart. Since I was knocked out due to physical injury, I have to see what kind of injury I suffered while they were kicking me on the ground while I was unconscious. So I'm going to roll 2d6, and we're going to find out what kind of injury I have. Injury is bad, so I'm going to roll red here. 3 and 3 is 6, so let's see what 6 says here. I have a slashed leg. A deep and painful cut runs through your leg, making it hard to stand and to walk, and to stand, let alone to walk. You're a -1 move, but to a minimum of 1. So as a reminder, on my little card here, until I can get that fixed, I permanently have a slashed leg. Slashed leg, -1 move. And I have some chicken scratch, but I'll probably write that a little nicer later. So now I have that on my little reminder card, which I've took my experience chips and cashed them in. So I have 250 experience, and I've amassed 500 monies. So that is my injury. Could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. Okay, now on my checklist, let's see. That was the roll for injury. What else do we got here? Okay, 3. A roll for Darkstone. Apparently, it's good foreboding music with this. I have 2 Darkstone, so for each Darkstone, you're supposed to roll a d6, which I will. I think I'm going to use the light dice this time. And if this comes up a 1, 2, or 3, I'm going to take a corruption hit, which is the bad stuff. And because if you get like 5 corruption, you immediately have to roll for a mutation. So I do get a chance to save from it, though. I use my willpower to try to save against it. So the Darkstone's going to try to corrupt me. So I didn't roll a 1, 2, or 3. I rolled a 6 and a 4. So the Darkstone did not affect me this trip after the adventure. Okay, speaking of trips, trying to go back to town. When you travel to town, apparently not from town, but to town, there's travel hazards. So let's see here. Roll for Darkstone. Cross this off here. Okay, so number 4. Oh, yeah. At the end of my adventure, it ended in failure. So I have to destroy 2 towns. So I'm going to move my character out of the way and start bringing in more pertinent sheets as we'll go here. Okay, so welcome to the town, the frontier town that we're going to make it to. I have to roll for first of all I have to destroy 2 towns even before I get here. Well, is it other side travel hazards? No, that's not this one. That'll be on the other one. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on. Okay, so when I learned that I failed, I have to destroy 2 towns, and each one of these has a number like 5, 1 through 6. So I will try to destroy 2 towns. The 1 and the 6. So the docks office is destroyed, and 6 would be the general store. Well, that sucks. Both of those towns are destroyed, so I can't go to either one of those. I can still go to the hotel, the blacksmith. Well, the hotel can't be destroyed or campsite. But I can go to the saloon, frontier outpost, and church. But I really wanted to go to the docks office now and heal my injuries, but I don't know if I have a way to do that. Okay, and now I'm supposed to put, actually, when I get to town, I'll go ahead and do this now, though. But technically, when you get to the town, you put your darkness token on the track 1. But let's see what I had left off on here. So I rolled for corruption. I destroyed my 2 towns. Prepare to travel. So on the travel, each hero will roll a travel die, which will be a d6. And if I roll a 1 or a 2, that means we had some sort of travel hazard on the way to town, and I'll have to roll on travel hazard chart. Let's try to avoid that. Enough bad things are happening already. I rolled a 5, no travel hazards, thank goodness. Okay, so that was a good one. Okay, so now we're going to set the town event track with the darkness counter on 1. This represents the beginning of each day. At the end of each day, I will roll a d6, and I can visit one location at a time. And I'll bring out the charts as I go. So I'll move this over just a little bit. And where am I at? Oh yeah, Senor Lee. There you are, the outlaw. Okay. Well, let's see. Do I have to say I stay at the hotel first, or do I have to do that at night? Let me see. I might have to declare that at first here. Let me pause and take 1 second. Okay, so the book looks like it says that at the beginning of the day, I have to declare whether I'm staying at the campsite for free, or I can pay $10 a day to stay at the hotel. So I will start my day off. I'll be staying today at the hotel because I do not want to. So that drops me to 490 gold or dollars, however you want to look at it, funds, because I don't want to take a chance of rolling something bad. I'm not that cheap. Or frugal if you look at it that way. Now I have to decide where I want to go, and then I roll on an event chart. Okay, so my 4 choices are blacksmith, saloon, frontier. So basically it kind of gives you an overview. Basically you can sell darkstone, you can trade with the soldiers, you can get bounties. I might want to sell my darkstone to see what kind of money I can generate, but that's a whole day. I can buy whiskey tokens here. The general store would have been good. I can buy a bunch of things there. The doc's office bandage tokens, boy, that really hurt. I can forge darkstone at blacksmith, but I don't really need to do that. I can't really afford, I think, some of the heavy. I don't have madness. I don't have any corruption. So you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to try to visit this number 4, the Frontier Outpost, and let's see what happens. Let me grab that card here for you. These are big, beautiful cards, by the way, like, you know, the blacksmith, FrontierTown. So let's go to. I might as well put Doc's office in general down below. Okay, so where did I say I'm going? The Frontier Outpost. Okay, so the first thing we do is, that's all the goodies that I may be able to get, unless something bad's happening here. I will roll 2d6 and see what's happening here. What is this location event? I rolled a 9, and the 9 says, Darkstone Shortage. The Outpost Bank is willing to pay top dollar for, oh yeah, that's good. That's what I came here for, to sell it for Darkstone. You may sell your Darkstone shards for D6 times 50 money each today. So I only have 2 Darkstone. So I am going to sell both of my Darkstone. So I'm going to put those tokens back in my receptacle. And now what does it say? D6 times 50. So it says you have to do them one at a time, but since I'm selling them both, each die will represent, because they said each one has a different weight or shape to them, so you should roll a d6 for each darkstone that you're selling. So come on, big numbers. 5. That's 5 times 50 is 250 monies, but I'll take it. So that puts me up to 740 monies. All right. Is there anything else I want to do in here? I've never even tried to trade. Let me see what I can do with this frontier thing here, the specifics of it all here. Let me just pause and I'll get back with you real quick. Okay, after reviewing this chart, I just want to point out some things here. It's pretty interesting. Okay, sell Darkstone is the one. Up here, this doesn't tell you a lot of different things. You can actually hold up the Outpost Bank, and I'm the outlaw, so it says outlaw only, limit once per town stay. But I can take a chance to try to rob this place and gain a bunch of Darkstone. But there's a chance that I could end up going to jail or some other bad things happen. I thought that was pretty hilarious. You can train with soldiers. $500 once. $500 limit is once per town stay. Okay, you can train with the soldiers. The outpost is a good way to hone your skills. You gain D6 times 25 experience to train. So that's interesting. You're like training. You're trading money for something, and that is tempting because. That would be, 500. So that'd be terrible if I spent 500 money and only got 25 experience. But if I rolled 6, that's 150. And if it was a chance that could get me to the next level, which is level 2, but I only have 250 XP. I need 500 to level up. So I don't think that's a good trade right here. Bounty, it's free, but I don't really want to do that. So I'm looking at all the items. And right now, my biggest thing is I can shoot 2 things, and that's great when I need to, but I'm thinking about moving up my hand-to-hand combat, which I could get this, let's see, Tribal Traveler, so I can't do that one, but I could do a hunting knife, gives me +1. Yeah, hunting knife counts as a hand weapon, a blade, gear, and it has a weight symbol. So a lot of these things you have to write down. I don't know, there might be a gear that I could steal out of the thing, but I can just write this down. There might be a gear for it. But I'm thinking I might just get a knife here. Ooh, Desert Boots is pretty good. It also adds a +1 combat, but I can't afford that. But look at it. You get a free attack once per turn, and it's one combat. Uses the peril die for damage. Wow, that's something that might be worth saving up for. Or hopefully I get a big loot of Darkstone and sell it again. No, this stuff. A jar of Hellbat Ichor. You may smash your starter to release the Hellbat pheromones anytime distract. It's so funny. When you do, all your heroes are +1 initiative, automatically pass the escape test until the end of the turn. Which, if you're out there and you know the really viability of using escapes to do things, I guess maybe in a multiple party, but since I'm by myself, I guess I can keep running until darkness goes on top of the monsters, and they probably wouldn't chase me. I don't know, but I can't really outrun most of the monsters now. I don't have enough grit just by myself. It seems tough. But I think I could buy dynamite, but remember at the end of my adventure in that dynamite room, I got like 3 dynamite, and so I am going to, I think I'm going to pay the 400 and get the hunting knife, just to have something. That's right. So that brings me down to 340 monies right there. And I now have a hunting knife and just the little things you can do in town. And that gives me +1, what did I say, +1 combat. It does count as a weight. I'll check my weight here in a second. There's no scales in town, is there? Weigh my belly. Okay. The combat hits are what's it? No, +1 combat. Okay, so it's just +1 to combat. Okay. And it's single hand, which is, I'm not even going to worry about that because I understand. Here I can try to make a little hand symbol. Okay, ooh, that's scary. And then, and a weight symbol. Okay. Okay, that's looks like a genie lamp, what I drew there. Sorry guys, look how terrible my drawing and my chicken scratch is. I'll write that better later. Okay, so I'm down in money, but I don't see anything else I want to do at this location. So this is going to end the day. So what happens is now I will roll on the FrontierTown event track and see if I roll a 1 or lower, then something will happen. And I didn't, okay? So that's good. That'll go 2. I'm going to pay $10 and stay at the hotel for a second day because I want to check out some other stuff. So that brings me to 330 in my money. So I have 330 monies. And where do I want to go this time? I have, I bet the blacksmith can do more than just. What else has this blacksmith got going on? Do you got anything for 300 money if I come see you? But then again, there might be an event where I can't buy anything. Ooh, he's got a lot of weird upgrade stuff. Wow, I can't quite afford that, but that might have been interesting. A Darkstone buckle. Okay, that helps you. This one here, this Darkstone buckle helps you mitigate some of that stuff. Wow. There's a lot of good stuff here, but I can't hardly afford anything, so I don't think there's a good reason. Unless they have, I think one of the events might be a fire sale or something, which I don't think I'm gonna get that lucky. So I think I can buy some tonics or whiskeys or something if I go to the church. Let's just go ahead and go to the church. We're gonna go to the church, and so now I will roll the event chart to see what's happening at the church. Hopefully something bad hadn't happened. Ooh, I rolled a 12. Is that good? I don't know if high or low is good. Okay, so it says, divine fortitude and quiet reflection of the evil that surrounds this place. Your soul is fortified in your fight. I gain D3 sanity. Wow, is that like permanent gain? Gain D3 sanity. Wow. Okay, so that's good because my sanity is only 8 on my character. So, all right, come on. No matter what, I'm getting 1, but I rolled a 2, so I'm getting 1. But I get a permanent sanity bump. That was very fortuitous. Okay, so now I'll have to make a note. Instead of 8 sanity, I'll be 9 sanity. So I'm just going to write down like blessing or something here, or church. And now I'm +1 to sanity. And that didn't even cost me anything to do anything that I know of. That was just the event on the church. All right, and they have different holy rituals here. Oh, what is my thing? I think I can try to have a miracle. Oh, I'd have to roll a miracle on the chart I see somewhere on here. Okay. Exorcisms of Madness. I don't need that. Banish Corruption. I don't need that. Resurrection. I'm not dead, but if I was dead, I wouldn't be able to come town in a solo adventure. I'd have to, you know what? I'd have to talk one of my friends into coming to town, do an adventure by himself, and then coming back to town and like have my dead body dragged around. So then, then he resurrects me. That's the only way I can do it. Hopefully, there's a miracle or something. Okay, so blessed auras, items here. Okay, what can I get here? Aura of Wrath. Make a spirit forward test to successfully receive this aura. If so, during the next adventure, you may post damage to a single one of your hits. Okay, so that's just one time. That's not that great. Conversion. I can't afford that anyway. What is this? Vial of Brimstone Ash. It's a gear for Void. Break the vial to release the raw Void energy contained in. Free attack. Discard to immediately do 1 wound to every adjacent enemy, ignoring defense. Well, that's not too bad, but seems kind of excessive. I was hoping I could buy something something else here, but it doesn't look like they're all the places I need to buy my toxins and tonin, or whatever you call it. Well, I guess I could get whiskey tokens if I go to the saloon, but should I take a chance to stay another day? I'm not really seeing anything at the church either. Okay, well, that'll be the end of that day. So now I'm going to roll a die. If it's a 1 or a 2, there'll be an event that happens. And there's not. So now, should I leave town and set for the next adventure, or should we? Let's go ahead. I have to go. I have to go visit. I might have to buy a whiskey. I'm going to go to the saloon. So, oh, I advanced this at the beginning of the day. Oh, I got to pay my 10 gold to stay because I am not going to that campsite. So I'm now down to 320 monies. What do we got going on in the saloon? Let's roll the event die. This is so interesting, you know. Senior Lee, 5. Ooh, that's a lower number. That can't be good. It seems like everything higher was better. There's a bar fight. A nasty bar fight breaks out. Make a strength 5+ test to push your way through to safety. If I fail, I take D6 wounds from the bumps and bruises. These carry over into the next adventure. Well, isn't that lovely? Okay, so what is my strength on my bandido here? Oh, sorry. My strength is 4. That's good, but I need to get a 5 or higher on one of these dice. And I don't see anything that gives me bonuses, so I'm going to roll 4 dice. Use all these red ones here. Come on, 5 or higher. I do have a grit. Oh, look at that. I can't. You know what? How come I can't roll this when I'm shooting things? If you watch Last Adventure, I needed those 2 critical hits, and that's my hit for range. Wow. You know what? I pushed my way to safety. So take that, bar fight. You can't hurt Senor Lee. Okay, what else is going on here? All right. Okay, so I can buy whiskey tokens. I think that whiskey helps me with is that the one that helps me with sanity? Good thing we have cheat cards here. I can look up stuff really faster. Whiskey, yep, you can discard to heal 1 sanity. That might be helpful. How expensive is this? I hope it's not too expensive. So, okay, that's only 50. So that's definitely on the table for getting maybe 1 or 2 of those. I can get a gambler's deck. No, that's 850. There's some neat stuff that I can save up for. Brimstone craps. I can gamble. Limit once per visit. I can make a luck 5+ test. If successful, I gain 100 money for every 5 rolled. If failed, you lose after a few rolls and leave with nothing to show for it. So I'm not actually putting any money on it. So make a luck 5+ test. If successful, gain 100 money for every 5+ rolled. Oh, it costs $100 to do it, though. I got $100? What is my luck? I hope. Am I lucky? Oh, my luck is only 2. Well, crap. But I do have a a grit to spend. I don't have nothing to give me luck. You know what? I'm feeling gambling like, so I'm going to spend. I'm going to go from 320 to 220, and I'm going to gamble. My luck is 2. Come on, Senor Lee. He needs a new whole thing of tonics here. So what did it say again? 5 or higher, right? Oh, I'm going to use my grit because I really want some. I want some good monies here. Okay, 100 money for every 5 rolled. It failed. Oh, you know what? This isn't really good for me because I have to roll 2 5s or higher. I didn't even realize it was for each one. Okay. Well, you live, you learn. Let's see if I can at least win my money back. 5 or higher. Nope. I just lost that $100. Well, Senor Lee, that's what happens. Okay, so I guess. Okay, this is for the Saloon Girl Hero only. That doesn't. Lucky Dice and help me. I think Casual Poker. I can do this once per visit. It cost me only 50. Cunning 5+ if successful, then I get a 5. You know, I'm a gambler. I can tell that. So let's see. How much money do I have? I have 220. So, and my cunning. Oh, my cunning's even worse. It's 1. I am not made to go to gambling. I picked the wrong character to gamble with. I'll tell you that. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and buy some at 50 bucks a pop. I'm going to buy some of this whiskey that can help restore my sanity. So I have 200. I'm gonna buy 2 whiskeys. Takes me down to 120 bucks. So I'm gonna add 2 whiskey tokens to my character, my gritless character, because I used my grit on that. All right, and I guess this will end the day. I will probably be leaving, but let me check real quick one more time to see if I have to roll or if I have to roll when I stay at the beginning of the day. Okay, so I can leave after the event roll. So I'm just waiting for the sun to set and I'm sneaking out of town, I guess. So I need to roll a 4, 5, or 6 to avoid any town event, and then I'm heading back on my next adventure, which I will tell you guys what it is because I'm going to go ahead and just choose one real quick. And I rolled a 4, so yay! I went through town successfully, made some business transactions, and I was looking at these events earlier, and let me just turn to the page I was going to do. As soon as I was just on that page. I mean, I guess I could redo the first one again, which I failed, but I'm just going to go ahead and go to Basic Mission 2, which is Exploration, and I'll go ahead and read it for you now. You have been hired by a foreign investor to investigate and explore a claim that has just been purchased in the area. He will pay you well if it pans out to be half as good as a deal as he was led to believe. All you have to do is see how big the mine really is and clean out any unsavory squatters that have moved in. Sounds simple, right? It always does. Now, I won't worry about the special rules and stuff. I'll cover that when we actually start the adventure for the next one. But this has been E.T. from the Dice Matrix playing Senor Ugly at the Bandito Outlaw. And until next time, keep those Darkstone dice a-rolling, my friends.